What's up, everybody? I want to talk about the G3 conference for a minute, and I'm going to try to keep this under 10 minutes. Okay, so bear with me, and I'm going to talk about a few things. This is the G3 conference. That's my tag. You see my name, and it stands for Gospel, Grace, and Glory. It's a yearly conference meant to focus on a specific thing. This year it was missions. It's held in Atlanta at the Georgia International Convention Center, right beside the airport in Atlanta. So, what is it? Well, the conference is really a preaching bonanza. Let's just call it that. And you have tons of excellent, famous preachers that come and preach at this conference. So it's really awesome to see, because a lot of these preachers like Piper and Vaughty and Paul Washer, and these guys you don't see very often, and really they'll be the ones you tell your kids and your grandkids about, because they're the ones that are really famous. So they come and preach. So anyway, it was great. My experience was excellent. I actually didn't stay at a hotel. We stayed an hour away. I went with a buddy of mine from Colorado, and we actually stayed with a friend of his, a former professor of his in Sewanee, Georgia. And so we had to drive an hour back and forth daily. But it was still great. I didn't mind getting up super early to beat the traffic. If you don't get up early, you will be in traffic. Atlanta traffic is no joke. So just be aware of that. If you're considering going in future years, I recommend you stay around the Georgia International Convention Center, or if that's where it's being held, just stay somewhere you don't have to go through traffic. So anyway, all right. So the conference. Let me kind of go through the conference speakers really quick. Okay, so Josh Buice was excellent. He started off. He's actually the pastor of the church that hosts the event, Prairie's Mill, and he's excellent. And I love Josh. And Tim Challies, got to talk to him at the bookstore, and just thank him for his blogging. He has tons of resources, just real resources for the pastor and for people in ministry, or people that just want to learn. He has an excellent blog. And he does an excellent job preaching as well. So David Miller, oh my goodness, David Miller's awesome to watch. He memorizes everything. So if you ever get a chance to watch David Miller, it'd be a blessing to you. Just know that his memorization of Scripture and his ability to quote Scripture is it makes you stop and just watch, because it's just awesome to watch. Next, we had David Platt. David Platt at a missions conference. It was unbelievable. It was lights out. So David is an incredible pastor, but he has a special passion for missions that really shine through in this conference. Then you had Mark Dever had his first session of 2, and it was excellent. And then to end the first day, you had John Piper, and John Piper was John Piper. I love John Piper. Some folks have mixed feelings about John Piper. I think he is one of the most incredible preachers of our generation, or if I could consider him my generation. I'm thankful to be alive to hear him preach. I'll just put it that way. All right, the second day, Phil Johnson, probably the most underrated preacher of this whole conference. Phil Johnson preached on Jonah 4, relating to the gospel and missions, and it was just awesome. Go watch that. You need to check it out. Go to G3 Conference on YouTube and find Phil Johnson. It was exceptional. And then followed that by James White. Dr. James White preached. He did an exposition through John on just a foundational Christology, and related that to missions to our friends and people of that are Muslim, that they they believe in a Jesus, and we need to know who Jesus is. And they want to talk about it. So he was just really, he called out Islamophobia. It was really a courageous sermon. Dr. White was amazing. I love Dr. White, always have. So he's been excellent. And then Mark Dever had another session. It was great as well. Conrad Mbewe was excellent. Voddie Baucham, oh wow, it was amazing. His first session was preached on Genesis by the Abrahamic covenant. His second session was in Revelation, two books that are probably preached the least. That he was unbelievable. I mean, that his sermon, especially his second session on Revelation, was one of my favorite I've ever heard him preach, and I've heard him preach a lot. So after Voddie, on the second day was Paul Washer. Paul Washer, he really emphasized the need for accountability and oversight, and the qualifications for a missionary to be. You need to raise the bar. Sending a kid that you wouldn't even make an elder in your church. You need to send the good ones. Send the people that it hurts to say goodbye to. Those are the people that we need to send to plant churches. So it was really an amazing sermon. I love hearing Paul Washer. He's incredible. He's another one that I'm just thankful to be alive during the time of his ministry. So Stephen Lawson was great. The last day, Conrad Mbewe he started out. He was excellent, and then that was when Voddie had his sermon through Revelation. Oh, it was one of the best. You'll have to check it out. It was awesome. And then Stephen Lawson closed out the conference. Okay, so they were all great. All of them were great. And the breakout sessions, honestly, I didn't really attend any of the breakout sessions since we had to leave where we were staying so early. We actually used the breakout session time as kind of a downtime for us because we were already just exhausted from sleeping a lot. So we'd actually go out to the car in the parking lot and hang out there during the breakout sessions. And also there was really nothing that I was specifically wanting to hear from the breakout sessions that I needed rest more. So I really wanted to be refreshed for the main sessions in the evening and stuff. So there were two breakout sessions the first day and one on the second day. I skipped all of them because I wanted to just have some time to rest and try to take a little nap or so. But anyway, also joined up with the conference speakers and the breakout sessions. You had the exhibitors hall and the bookstore all within this huge room, this huge area. The exhibitors area was where a lot of people could pay for a booth to promote a service or a ministry or a products. Post-Tenebras Lux. I got some interviews. You can check my other YouTube videos. I interviewed Post-Tenebras Lux, Jeffrey Rice, and I interviewed the guys at Dead Men Ministries and Wrath and Grace. They were all there. Another great one was Bobby McCreary. He was there. He has a street preaching ministry. So there's a lot of great stuff with the exhibitors, and also in the bookstore there were tons of resources for incredible deals. So anyway, that's if you're going to go get resources, the conference is a place to do it. Also, we had some giveaways. I want to show you some of the giveaways. Here's some of the giveaways that they gave to all the attendants of the conference. I'm just going to hold them up and you can see what they are and let it focus on them. And there's several. I actually missed one of them. There was a Piper book. This is one from John Piper. There was another John Piper book that was given away that I blanked on, and I actually never got it. But I I've got enough books. I have more than I can read in 10 lifetimes. So anyway, you see all these that I'm holding up. These are all free books given to members or attendees at the conference, and it's just amazing. So anyhow, so you see all those. I also got to talk with my buddies at Dead Men Ministries, and I got this Implications of Faith. Craig Miller was actually there talking with folks about this book that he wrote. So I'm looking forward to reading it as well. So I've got a little work to do. So excited about the books given away at the conference. So that's basically the breakdown. I can make this video 45 minutes long talking about this conference, but I think I've gone in enough detail. Please, if you have questions about the conference, leave them in the comment section below. If you saw me there, we had Everything Bibles group meetups, and got to see a lot of folks that I could put faces with names that I've seen in the group. So it was really great to see them and to meet new folks that I haven't met. And it was just excellent. We had an excellent time, great time, and fellowship and praise and worship and learning. So anyway, if you have, like I said, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section, and also subscribe. I do Bible reviews, book reviews, and stuff like that. And this is kind of my review of my experience at the conference. So take it for what it is. I know some folks, they do different things. I know that they stay at the hotel that adjoins, and that probably would have been great, but we saved a lot of money not staying so close. If you just stayed closer, we could have gotten up later and actually been more rested for breakout sessions. So I probably could have benefited more if I'd had more money to spend on hotel lodging and stuff. So anyway, how was your experience at G3 if you went, or are you planning to go in the future? Next year, the conference topic will be worship, and it's a key thing to talk about, the right way to worship. So I look forward to hearing about that too. So thanks for watching. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys if you're debating whether to go, whether it'd be beneficial for you to go to the conference. Maybe this helps. So and also I recommend that you check out the sermons on YouTube and see if you like the preaching and stuff. It's just really an awesome conference. So thanks for watching. God bless.